Absolutely amazing. Let me show you that what you're going to build, how you can create a token marketplace where you can allow user to come and swap the token and they can use it in multiple projects. So this is what you're going to build. You can see we have this USD coin. You can click and you can copy the address. Here we have the SIBA coin. You can click on that and you can simply disconnect. Here we are disconnected. Read the browser, and here we have this notification. Click on this connect wallet, and here you have multiple options which you are providing to your user to connect with your dApp. So here we have MetaMask, Coinbase, Rambo, Wallet Connect. If you click on this MetaMask, it will connect connection. Now disconnect. Here we have this. Click on this and you can connect to Coinbase wallet. Click on that. Because I don't have the extension in my browser, because of that it's opening the barcode. Here we have the Rambo, we have the Wallet Connect. So if you have the extension in your browser, it's going to connect straight away, but if you don't have the extension, it's going to give you the barcode so you can scan it in your mobile device and you can connect with the application. So it looks pretty good. So this is how it's going to look. So let's click and connect with the MetaMask, and here we are fetching the balance from our contract, and this particular owner own these two token, SIBA and USD coin. So let me show you that how you're going to do the swap. So this is the first section. This is the all the token we are listing in the marketplace. You can define as many token as you want. So you can see Tahar USD, I have 20 coins. Then we have BNB 20 coins. Then we have USD 20 coin and all the coins. So if I come here, you can see this is the address of the token. You can simply click and copy, and all of this token I have. So I have done the swap. I have bought some of the token from the marketplace. And if you come back to this token, here you will find all the transaction we have done in this particular contract, the swap. So the address, the from, to, and this is the input value and this is the output value, and the status is completed. So things are looking pretty good. And now let's do the swap. So first I want to swap the token from ETH to any ERC20 token. So I'll click on that. This is the ETH, and let's select the next token. So I want to swap with something else. So what I will do, I'll come here. So I'm going to pick the SIBA Inu. So click on that. So this is the swap I'm going to do. So I want to provide the ETH value. So I'll provide 0.01 and it's going to give me this 100 SIBA EU. So if I provide this, if I click on the swap, it's going to make the transactions, and here the MetaMask popped up. Click on the confirm transaction, and here we are doing and swapping the token from ETH to our SIBA EU. So just wait, the transaction will take a little bit because we are actually doing this transaction not on our local host, we are doing on the Polygon test network, and you can see the transaction completed. If you reload that, and you can find that we have simply swapped the token. So this is the one swap. Now we have to do the swap from USD to SIBA EU, means token to token. So I'll pick the SIBA EU as the first token, and the second token I want to swap with USD coin. So I'll want to swap something like, let's say 30, not 300, because I don't have that. So I want to swap this token. Click on the swap. So first is going to approve. So whenever you want to do the swap from token to token or token to USDC, token to Ether, you have to provide the allowance to the contract. So here we have to click on the increase allowance. So click on that. It's going to increase the allowance. Then you can make the transaction. So here we have to define the amount. So we are transferring 30. So click on this next and approve. So it's going to make the first transaction, and after that we can able to swap the token. So here the transaction completed, and here you can see we got the button for the swap. So click on this swap, and now we're going to swap the token from SIBA EU to USDC. Click on confirm, and here the transaction is taking place. Just wait, and you can see beautiful. The transaction completed, and we have successfully swapped the token from SIBA EU to USD. It's working absolutely fine. You can see you can do the ETH token, and you can do token to swap, and you can see the balance got increased. If you come back to the token here, you will find the transaction we have done. The last transaction from the USD coin to SIBA, and here we have the information. Absolutely wonderful. So you can able to see all the data is looking absolutely amazing. Now you can come back here and you can find all the details. Now let me show you that how you can swap from token to Ether. So what I will do, I'll come back here. I will take this. Let's take this Uniswap, and I'm going to take this. The other token is going to be the Ether. So click on that. I guess I don't have Uniswap token, so I have to change this to, let's say, SIBA EU, because sometime what happened that if you have too many, like any ERC20 token, and you want to convert it into a native currency like Ether, Mati, no matter in which network you have deploy your contract, you can do that. So I want to take that Ether out of this contract and I want to swap it with the Shiba Inu. So let's come here. That's the two currency I have defined, the two token. Now here I have to define the input value. So I want to swap close to 50. I want to give 50 token as a Shiba Inu, and this much Ether I will get as an output. If I come back in the MetaMask, you can see this is what we have right now exactly, but this number will go up when we'll do the swap. So this is what we have if I click on the swap. So first we have to increase the allowance, okay, because whenever you do any transaction with token with any other, then you have to increase the allowance and give the allowance to the contract. Click on this increase allowance and it's going to open the MetaMask, and here you have to provide the value. So make sure to provide the exact value, so 50 tokens, and simply confirm on the approve, and that's going to make the transaction successfully. So once the transaction will complete, you're going to have a button for the swap. So you can see the transaction went through, and here we have the button. Now we can click on the swap and it's going to make another transaction. Here we are doing exactly the actual swap. So just wait, it's going to take a little bit time and the transaction will complete, and it looks absolutely wonderful. So transaction is completed successfully. If you reload the browser, you can see we have given our Shiba Inu token and we have received Ether. If you come back here in the MetaMask, you can see this went up. Looks pretty good. So that's absolutely wonderful, and you can able to find all the details about the transaction which you have done between the tokens and the input value and the output value. So that's wonderful. So it looks pretty good. Now what we can do, come back here and let's see the responsiveness of this application. So this 100% responsive. So this is how it's going to look on the mobile device. Nice card section we have, and we have information about the token. So if you click on this, it's going to open this model and you can pick the network. You can change the dimension, the ratio, and that's how it's going to look on the mobile device. So let's perform another swap. So this time we're going to swap the Tahar USDT to the, let's say, this particular coin. So I guess I have this token. Yes, I do have this token. So let's change this to, let's say, Ether, okay? And this time I want to swap, I want to get one token. So let's remove this, and I want to get one USDC. So this is the value. If I click on this swap, it's going to open the MetaMask. Click on that and I have to simply confirm the transaction, and this time it's going to make only one transaction because we are not increasing the allowance, because we are transacting from ETH with the token, so we don't need to provide the allowance in that. So just wait, the transaction is taking place, and here the transaction completed and we got this notification which is 100% responsive. If you reload the browser, come back here, and here you will find that this is the one token we have got. Looks pretty good. You can see that we have to reload the browser. You can change this behavior. You can add the reload function when the transaction will complete. Again, that I'm going to cover in the project. You can click and you can copy the address, and you can come here in the polyscan and you can check the transactions are taking place. So right now, this is the token. If you click on that, you will find all the token supply, the 3 address holders. And right now we have done 5 transactions, and just now we have done this one transaction. You can see this is the transaction we have done for one quantity, and if you come back in the transaction hash, you will find all the information. So this is the from to, and here we have done the transfer of the USD token and the amount. So it looks absolutely incredible. So come back here. So this is what you're going to build. You can see every single thing is looking absolutely fine. Now if you want to get the starter file and the final code, you can come back to the blockchain coder. Here I have provided all the resource which you need to build this project. So make sure to come and have a look that what we provide here. If you come back, we have multiple projects. Come here in the AI course and make sure to take this particular course. So if you really want to improve your web development and master in Web3 and learning about the context management, then this is the course for you, because this will teach you every single thing about the context management, that how to build an application in Web2 space. So you can take that knowledge to in your Web3. So make sure to come and have a look that what are things you are learning. Architecture of the front end. We have the most important thing here, which is the API management, Redux toolkit, and all the context management we have dealing here in this project. We have some advanced feature, login, AI assistance, payment, all of the things. So this is the project which you have to build if you're a complete beginner and you want to learn about this React and Next.js masters and build application. So make sure to come and have a look. There is a complete overview of the project, that what you're going to build. Now come back here in the source code sections, and here you will find all the source code of the project which we have built. And I believe that some of the project you guys have built, if you haven't, make sure to build, because all of these projects are a web 2 web 3 project, and that will teach you every single thing which you have to learn about the app development. So make sure to build this NFT marketplace. Then we have this chat, then we have this Uniswap clone, we have the real estate dApp, we have the API development, MetaMask, token staking dApp, we have the ERC20 tools, we have the Web3 chat GTP, and we have this particular one, launch your ICO token selling website. And here we have this one, Uniswap token marketplace. So this is the project we're going to build soon. You can come and you can click on this recent and you can filter that, and you can simply type this name Uniswap, and here you will find all the details, the project we have built on the Uniswap. So this project is the complete project of Uniswap, where we have built everything from scratch to end. This is the, and this one is the second one, which is the Uniswap integration project. And here we have the custom ERC20 token marketplace. So simply click on this and get the strata file and the final code. And if I open the VS code, so once you will get the final code, you can see this is the exact code you will be given in the final code, and this is what I'm running. So let me stop the application, and all the starter file, all the images, all the asset will be provided, so you guys can follow step by step along the way when we'll start working on the project. So this is what you will get in the final code. So let me give you a quick overview that what exactly you're going to code. So first we have this component. Inside that you will have this CSV file, which again you will be given in the CSV file, where we have all the icons. So we have the Facebook, Insta, logo, menu, and Twitter. So this is the icons will be given, and here we're going to build all of these components. So this is the card component, footer component, header component, hero section, index, selectors, single card, swap component, swap field, table, token balance, and token status. We have going to build all of these components together. Then we have this deploy. Here we are building our contract and deploying. You can use this contract to test in locally, or you can use it in any test network. It will work absolutely fine. So if you come back here, you will have this contract, and this is the entire piece of contract we're going to write. So we're going to have these two different contract, which again I will cover extensively. Close that one, and here we have the pages. So we're going to build two pages. One is the home page and the other one is the token history page. Then we have the public. In that you will find the images, all the assets we are using in the project. So these are the images for the tokens, and we have some other images. Looks good. This is the file, CSS file, and we are using Tailwind CSS in this. You can see all the configuration of the Tailwind CSS we have done. And here we have the test, which you don't need to worry about it. This is the harder test, and this is the utils. And here we are doing all the magic, like connecting with the contract, doing the swap, converting the pricing, fetching the information about the token from the blockchain. That's all we are doing here in the index, in the utils folder. So if you come back to in the context, here we have built all the logic. So this is the very first function we're going to create, called swap ETH to token. Then we have the second function where we are fetching the information about the tokens and the contract. This is the second function, called swap token to ETH. Then we have the third function we'll call swap token to token, and we have multiple functions like fetching the balance of the contract and getting the entire history, increasing allowance, getting history. So all of this function we're going to read together. So that's the context, and here we have the contract. So we're going to interact with two different contract. One is the token contract and the other one is the token decentralized exchange contract. And this is the ABI of the two contract, like the custom token and the custom decentralized exchange token. So that's what you will find, and that's what I have done, simply drag and drop here. And here we have the sell token. So we are providing these token types of token. You can provide any token. You can have multiple hundred and thousands of tokens you can have in your marketplace, but right now we are going with these tokens. Make sure to give the exact name which I have given, because this is the name we have given in our contract, which I will show you. So you can come here, and these are the token we are providing. All you have to do is to update here, and you have to update in the contract, so it will reflect in the front end. Now come here. Here we have this util file. In that we are keeping two simple function. One function which convert the price in ether, and the other one is going to convert into Wave. So that's the function we have here. Close that one, and now just close this one, And here you can come back to the package.json file, and here we are in the package.json file. Make sure to install the exact version. So we have this dev dependency as a Tailwind CSS we are using for our UI component, and we have all these packages. So make sure to install the exact version. This is the wegme. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. We are using in our project instead of web3 model for connecting our wallet. So this looks pretty fine, and we have this hot React DOM and all of the things. So make sure to install the exact version packages when you will get the code. Simply close this one, and now this is the node module. Now what I'm going to do is, this is what exactly you will get. I'm going to delete the node modules and the files, and let's reinstall everything. So first delete it. Here we have deleted that. Now we have to delete this next, because I want to show you everything from scratch. So the very first thing we have to do is come back here in the deploy. So first you have to deploy the contract. So this is the contract we have written for this entire marketplace. So we have these two different contracts, first for this token and the other one is decentralized exchange. So first we have to install the packages. So this is the component we have, looks pretty good. And this is the pages, this is the utils, all of things are looking good. And if you come back to the token cell again, this is the tokens we are providing in our marketplace. So whatever token you define, the same tokens you have defined in the contract. Now I'm going to simply close this one, and now I'm going to come back to the contract. So first thing we have to install the packages. So let me clear my terminal, and I have to get into the deploy folder. So cd deploy, and we are in the deploy folder, and now we have to install the package. So if I come back to the packages.json file, and we are using hardhat, this particular version, Nomic Foundation and the hardhat. So make sure to install the exact version. If you install other version, it's not going to work. And this is the Open Zeppelin contract, and this particular version we are using. If I come back to the contract, you can see here we have this two contracts. First one is the custom token contract, and we are creating this fixed amount of supply. And here we have the decentralized contract, and here you can see that here we have defined all the tokens which we want to create, their name. All you have to do is to pass the name, and if you come back to the utils, and here we are giving the exact name, so then our application can know. So if you want to add more token, make sure to add the token name in an error, and that will work fine, and the rest should be fine. Don't need to do any changes. So if I come here, if I simply clear my terminal, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply deploy the contract. So type npm I install. So first we have to install the packages. So these are the packages we are installing. So far things are looking pretty good, and close that one. And now let's clear the terminal. Now we have to simply deploy the contract. So close this one, and if I come back here in the, you can see, so inside the artifact we have the API of our contract, the two contract, the custom token and the decentralized exchange, and that's what I have drag and drop here. So simply close this one, and let's deploy the contract. So you can see this is the entire deploy script. So we are simply deploying our custom contract decentralized exchange. So when you will deploy, it's going to create the artifact. So click on deploy, and here I'm getting this particular error message because we are trying to deploy the contract to the Polygon, and I'm not providing the address, the private key. So simply clear the terminal, and if I come back to the hardhat config file, so open this one, go to the hardhat config file, and here I have to pass my private key, so our contract can be deployed to the Polygon. So to get that very easily, you don't need to do any changes. If you want to do the testing on the localhost, you can do that. I have already shown you in multiple projects like ChatGTP clone. In that I've explained that how you can do that locally. So I'm going to open the MetaMask, and I'm going to get the private key. So click on this three dots, get on account details, and I have to type my password. So I'm showing my private key because I use it for testing. I don't have any real value in this, and I would suggest you don't use mine. And I will simply paste the private key, and that will work fine. And now I can simply deploy the contract. So here it will compile it successfully, and when the contract will get compiled successfully, it will generate the artifact, and you can see we have the artifact there. And just wait, it's taking a little bit time because we are dealing with actual testnet. So this is the address, simply copy that one and come back here in the polyscan. You can paste that, and you can check that your contract is deployed successfully. And right now it's still fetching the information from the blockchain, but you can see we have the location. So our contract is successfully deployed. Simply copy that account, copy the address, and you can see it will generate the artifact. Again, if you make any changes in the contract, make sure to provide the updated API of the contract. So here we have the contract, and right now we have this custom decentralized exchange and custom token. So make sure to provide this exact API in the utils files if you make any changes. Otherwise you can go with the same one, but I'm not making any changes, so I will go with the same API. and here we have to simply change the address. So we don't need to do any changes. We have to come back here in the contract, and here we have to do the changes in the, this is the token contract. We don't need to do any changes. We have to change here in the contract. So here you can see that this is the actual contract I have used when I was showing you all the transaction. So this is what we have used. Now I'm going to simply use the updated one. So simply remove this one, I don't need. Come here, I'll say test new, and this is the deployed new one. So simply copy, and that's what we have to simply paste the address. So this is the one change you have to do. Now you have to come back to the context, and here you have to do the couple of changes. Make sure to update the address of the contract. So let me remove this one, and we have to provide the updated address. And now we can come back here, and here we have to provide the updated address. So that will work absolutely fine, no issue. That's the only setup you have to do, and now your application would be working absolutely fine. So simply do one thing. Let me simply get out of this deploy folder, and now we can simply install, run the application. And here I'm getting this error message because I haven't installed the packages. So that's my bad. So I'll simply do one thing. I will simply clear the terminal, and now you have to install the packages. So if I come back here in the packages and file, you can see. So let's deploy, install that. I'll say npm I, and if I open this one, you can see we are installing all the packages. Hit enter, and it's going to install. It will take few seconds, and it will be completed soon. So just wait. Here we are installing the packages, and it's taking a little bit time, but it will happen quickly. So you can see it's completed, and we have installed the packages. Now all you have to do is to start the application and run this particular command, npm run dev, and hit enter. We have no issue. We are running our application on localhost 3000, and we got our node modules. Now you can come back to the browser and reload the page, and here you can see that now we are interacting with our new deploy contract, and everything is zero because I haven't bought any token from this contract, from this marketplace. That's why you can see everything is zero USD coin, 0 Shiba coin. You can simply copy and you can paste the address. So this is the address of the USD coin, and you can simply copy and you can simply paste. You can see all the addresses are different. Come back here. Now everything is zero. You can see I haven't bought any token. If I want, I can simply buy that one. So let's do one thing. Let's buy a couple of coins. So I want to buy from ETH. So I want to buy USD coin, and I want to provide the amount. So I want to buy 10 USD. Simply click on swap, and it's going to make the transaction. So here I'm buying the USD. Click on confirm, and just wait. The transaction is taking a place, and it will complete soon. So this takes a little bit time, and here the transaction complete, and we have swapped the ETH to USDC, and here we have this 10 USDC. And now I want to swap from token to token, from USDT to USD to Shiba Inu. So let's come here, let's select the USD coin, and let's select this Shiba Inu, and let's perform the swap. So I want to swap 5. Click on this swap, and first I have to increase the allowance. So it's also working absolutely fine. So here I'm increasing the allowance. Let's provide this 5, and click on next and approve, and this will simply increase the allowance. Then we can simply swap the token. So it's taking a little bit time, and it will complete very soon. So here you can see the transaction taking fine, and it's completed. Now reload the, okay, sorry, I reload the page, but no worry, because we have increased the allowance. So now we can simply swap it. So select the USD coin, select the Shiba Inu, and this time we can simply call the swap function straight away because we have already increased the allowance. Click on the swap, and it's going to make the swap, and here we are doing the swap. So just wait, it's going to make the transaction, and here the transaction is taking place. The loader is displaying fine. So just a moment, it will complete soon, and here the transaction get completed. And if you reload, you can see we have this 5 USD and 5 Shiba Inu. Now you can simply do one thing. You can take this USDC and you can take this ETH. So you can do this to token to ETH. That's the transaction you can do. I want to give 3 token. I want to get this ETH back. So I have to increase the allowance. Here it will open the MetaMask, and I have to give the approval so the contract can spend the token. Click on approve, and it's making the transaction. Once the transaction completed, I can easily able to swap the token from USDC to ETH. And now I can click on the swap, and here the transaction is taking place. Click on this confirm, and just a moment, it will complete very soon. And here the transaction get completed. Reload the browser, and boom, every single thing is working absolutely fine. You can see everything is working fine, and this is one of the project which you have to include in your portfolio. You can see this will teach you that how you can do the swaps of custom token in a custom decentralized exchange. Here you will find the information about the recent transaction between the tokens and the input value and the output value. This is the most phenomenal application we can build and add in your portfolio if you really want to become a master in DeFi development. So come here in the blockchain coder and get the starter file and the final code which is given to all of you guys, so we can start coding together, and you guys will learn every single thing about the smart contract development. So let me close the application. So simply clear it out, and this is what you will get in the final code when you will download the source code. So I hope this entire project makes sense to all of you guys, and you know that what you're going to build in this particular course, what are the things you're going to learn, and how you can create the marketplace for the custom token, for the custom in a custom token in the custom decentralized exchange. So this will teach you every single thing about the token management and how you can build token structure and allow the swaps. So make sure to follow this complete project which will be live on the channel very soon, and make sure to have a look and understand the architecture we have implemented. The starter file is given, the final code is given. If you guys want, you can simply visit the blockchain coder and get it from there. And if you're new to my channel, hit like and subscribe. That will motivate me a lot to come up with this project. And if you have any idea about the project, do let me know in the comment section, so I'll try to bring and build a project on that. With that, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.